Well guys, another video on this truck. It's been a really good week, to be honest with you. Bought this thing last weekend, got it home. It was the one with the blown head gaskets that was running hot, which really wasn't the case, and I can tell you what the case was. It did run hot, but it didn't get hot enough to mess anything up in the motor. But the truck runs awesome. I'll make a video, probably this video. I'll drive it down the road and let you see. But when I went to crank the truck up just to see how it would run and see if it was going to do the same thing that it was supposed to be doing with the previous owner, of course, it'd been sitting for years. Last tag was on it was like 18, 17, something like that. So I ripped gas tank out from under it, put a new fuel pump in it, dropped that back in there, or put it back in there. Then cranked the truck up. Truck ran really good. I mean, and no issues. I put another radiator in it because I got this one, took that one out because it was not the right one for it, because he was thinking that was going to be the issue, was it wasn't cooling. So he put a radiator, a water pump. He was throwing every part you could think at, on this truck, and it was still skipping and running bad. Well, of course, I bought it for that OBS that's sitting right beside my ramp truck for the interior out of it, because I'm going to put the bucket seats and console in my single cab truck, which that was a bad view of it, but yeah, it's sitting up there beside the ramp truck. But needless to say, I figured out what was wrong with it and why it was running hot. It had nothing to do with the cooling system or the motor skipping or anything. I had a Buick years ago, before I started posting a lot of YouTube videos. It was like a 93 Buick Roadmaster station wagon, and the car would run, but if you drove it very long, it would run hot and had no power whatsoever. So I was like, all right, I'll get to the bottom of it. Well, me and another good friend of mine, I used his fuel pressure gauge on it, and sure enough, that thing had about 4 or 5 psi to the injection system on these things, and they don't take a lot. They're TPI, TBI, it's throttle body, but it doesn't take a lot of pressure, and so 14, 15 probably really good for those. But if you have a little bit under that, they have no power and they run hot because they are lean. Like, lean is mean for these things. So luckily, I think that was all it was. And the only reason I'm also saying that as well, I put a new fuel pump in it. I need to replace the fuel filter, but I just drove it, and it's, you can tell the fuel filter is probably clogged, in which, hey, that's probably why the fuel pump went out on it. But the reason I did that was to check and make sure the transmission, everything, because I just put a new radiator in it, a new fuel pump, everything. So I was making sure before I keep putting money in this thing, that, you know, that's the case. So, but yeah, I'm fixing to take y'all for a little journey real quick and show you that it really wasn't the fuel pump in this thing. So, oh yeah, he got real creative with the blue paint in here. I don't know. Truck cranks right up, runs great. Buckled up. But as you can tell, temp, I just got out of it a minute ago. I mean, oil pressure. It idles at about 20. Good running old truck. Turn that on. Transmission shifts out really good too. I was shocked about that as well. But you can tell once you get it under a load, it's gonna need a fuel filter because it's kind of, you know, starving. But you can tell it needs some more fuel. But I want to say that's the whole entire reason this truck was parked, was because it needed a fuel pump and a fuel filter. They were going out, and I would, you know, if I was a betting man, I would say the fuel filter went out first. And yes, am I probably adding less days or subtracting less days to the fuel filter that's, well, the fuel pump that's on this truck right now? Probably so. But I did want to make a video of it, of how good it actually runs. But unless you just really dog down on it and it makes it have to have that much more fuel capacity, it runs perfect. And it's not a bad, of course it needs cleaning, but I did put a new fuel pump, new sock, new and that sending unit is working, because that's about how much gas I put in it. I think I put 7 gallons in it. Whatever I think it was a 7-gallon jug or 6.5-gallon jug. But I've never seen it get over 200 degrees. I mean, excuse me. Once the thermostat opens up, it drops back down. I mean, power windows, everything still works in it. I mean, just a really nice old truck. And that's my thing. I'm gonna sell it, but I don't you know, I want to put some wheels and tires on it, something different than this. I was thinking about putting the wheels and tires off the brown and tan truck on here, and of course, you know, I hadn't done it yet, but, and putting some different wheels on that and putting those 18s on this truck. But like I said, little transmission shifts out great. She goes through the gears and overdrive right now. Inverter just locked up. So, just a really nice old truck. I hate to, well, I don't hate to, but the interior in it, take it out to put in my little step side truck, but just my rearview mirror. But yeah, it's not a bad truck. No, basically a fuel filter and a fuel pump. I've got to get the fuel filter tomorrow. I bought a brand new fuel pump for it, and me just being me, I guess I didn't think about the fuel filter. So I need to go back tomorrow and grab a fuel filter for it and throw in here. Let's see if we can do this little floppy dude right here. Oh yeah. That, but transmission shifts out great, goes right through the gears, little 4L60, got plenty of power. I mean, that third, we're just going to overdrive. Overdrive shipped in fine. Still, like I said, way under 200 degrees. So, just a good running old truck. Just needs a fuel filter now. Yeah, we're riding 55. But as soon as you kind of get on it, you can kind of tell it dies down. So it's definitely gonna, you know, it pulled, I mean, it pulled all the way to 70, but you can tell it's kind of underpowered, and I would definitely say it needs a fuel filter. But this truck has not been on the road since, I want to say it was 17 or 18. And like I said, we just got it up to 70 miles an hour. Still under 200, you know, degrees. So, yeah. Basically needs a fuel pump, well, a fuel filter on it at this point, but not a bad truck. So, knock on wood, this turned out pretty good. So, that's my thing. Am I going to put the 18s on this truck and take the other truck and put a set of 15s on it? I don't know. And when I get back, I'll show you what I'm talking about. But it's basically the little brown and tan truck. It's got a set of 18-inch 5-stars on it. So don't know if I want to take them off and put them on this truck, because I've got another set of steel wheels that I could put on that truck. So, not really sure. But if I do, I'm gonna paint them, you know, kind of like that Wimbledon white, kind of off-white color, because that truck's that brown and tan. But so I'm trying to rush back down through here. I say rush, not really, about 25 miles an hour. But it's pretty impressive for a truck that hadn't been ran in, you know, at least 6-7 years. So, but it does run really good. No, it doesn't smoke, doesn't make any noises. I mean, like I said, I put a radiator in it this morning. Ever since it's ran, it's never got above 200 degrees. So it's done great. Wow, that's a rough road. Huh? And I'm going to lower this thing, so it's going to make it really bad when it has to go down that road. Yeah, she needs a fuel filter. Or the injector's probably clean too, because it has been sitting. But that brown and tan truck right there, that's kind of what I was thinking about, taking those wheels off and putting it on this truck, which would, I think, help sell this truck, to be honest. Can we make the turn? Can we make the turn? Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna hit the hood. But yeah, I think those wheels, well, the ones that watch my videos, give some input. I think those wheels would look better on this truck, or a set of steel wheels. Because if I put steel wheels on there, I'm going to put them on there just like that truck over there has. So, that's my thing. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to give it that work truck kind of vibe. But I think the brown truck needs the work truck vibe more than this one does. But I know this has been a long-winded video. It's probably one of my longest ones. But the old truck, like I said, ain't bad. Shut the hell up, brother. But I originally bought this thing because of the paint scheme. That blue and the white and this truck, because I wanted a fleet side bed on this truck. But as you can tell, two totally different blues. So I was like, to hell with it. I was like, I'll just keep this truck a fleet side, well, a step side. But the seat in this truck is basically the same matching interior as this truck. So it matches the front and rear. So I could take these bucket seats console out and put in my truck, and it'd just be, to me, a cooler truck. So that's the plan tomorrow. Swap all the interior out, put it in this truck, and then more than likely put those wheels on that truck, lower it, and I'm assuming put a set of those wheels on this truck. But I love this old truck too. I don't care if I ever get rid of it, because it's you know, little 5-speed. No, it's not the nicest of the group by any means, but it is a 5-speed. Got a great little 350 in it, and I just think it looked cool with some old steel wheels on it. And so I think that's the plan. Put those wheels on there. And but hey, anybody's interested in this thing, it is for sale. It's got a new radiator in it, a new fuel pump, have a new fuel filter as of tomorrow. But and new wheels and tires. I'm gonna put those on there. I'm almost positive. So I think the truck will look good and lowered down. So if y'all interested in it, y'all let me know. And as always, I hope y'all like and subscribe. I still got to go get that 56 I bought. I hadn't got it, but I gotta say, this has been one of the easiest and best weeks of my life. It's been a really good week, guys. So hell, I hope y'all's 2025's working out like mine. But hell, until I make another one, y'all have a good one. See ya.